In this episode, all about the super speeders, we look deep into Derek's future, and it's time for some holiday cheer. Welcome to episode 142 of the We Are Auto Show. What's up, Derek?
Mr. Michael Rowell, I saw an interesting video, and they posed the question. I'm going to pose this question to you.
What's the question?
What do you think is the vehicle with the most speeding tickets?
Nissan Altima.
Well,
Or BMW 328i.
I think you're wrong on both of those.
Oh, really?
But we're going to find out. Because
Based upon how I see them driving, I am surprised.
No, you're wrong on both of those.
Wow.
So I have a list here of car models, top 10 car models, with the most speeding tickets in 2021. Now, this is done by an insurance company, so they have the data on this. And we're going to run down the list, okay?
Hit me.
At number 10, the Hyundai Veloster,
Ooh, I could see that one.
with on average of 14.65% of Veloster owners getting a speeding ticket, which is not great.
Not brilliant, no.
No, not ideal. Veloster MSRP, they're relatively cheap. Did you know that? 18.9?
Base Velosters.
Yeah.
Not
We're going to
the
get
N, but
base stats for all of these. So coming in at number 9, with a slightly higher, almost to 15%, but a 14.18% is the Impreza, the Subaru Impreza.
I could see that one.
I can see that one as well.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 8, with nearly 15%, is the Volkswagen GTI.
Ooh, there are a lot of young idiots that own GTIs.
Yes, apparently 15% of them.
The older, mature GTI drivers would never fit into that.
No. At 15.31% of people getting tickets, the GMC C1500. I think that's a
Is
truck.
that their truck? Is that their Sierra 1500?
I think that's their truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's the GMC Sierra 1500.
Right.
So that is the GMC version of the F-150.
Mm-hmm. Interesting that they get a lot of tickets. I'm not...
I could see. Have you seen pickup truck drivers?
Yeah. But speeding tickets? All right.
Yeah.
Coming in at, 6th place, but I'm going to combine it with 5th place because basically the same car. It's my car, the BRZ and the FRS.
I didn't know your car could speed.
Apparently, yes. And around 16% of drivers.
Are they all getting speeding tickets in school zones?
Stop. So that was 6th is the FRS and 5th is the BRC. So now we're coming into 4th place at 16.3% is a Mazda 3.
I did not see that one coming.
Neither did I.
That one, I've got to admit, that one, Mazda 3, that's a bit of a shock for me.
Does that include Speed 3s? I don't know.
I don't think they make those anymore. So
No, they don't. Weird. A Mazda 3.
Because most new Mazda 3s are usually bought by older ladies.
Yes. I don't know about that one. That's an odd one. It's
Interesting.
on the list, though. Coming in at number 3, on the podium, in bronze place.
Oh, in bronze place.
Bronze place.
Okay.
That's how you say that.
Okay.
16.58% of drivers get tickets for speeding a Kia Stinger.
Oh, I could see that all day long.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Coming in at number 2, also on the podium, getting the silver medal, 17.27. So we're getting up there in the percentages. 17% of drivers is a lot.
17.25% of all drivers of a certain vehicle.
That's a lot to get speeding tickets. Is a Hyundai Genesis.
Again, I can see it.
I can see it as well.
I can really see it.
So that leaves us to first place. What do you think would be first? I honestly thought a Genesis would have been first place. Or a Mustang or a...
You already told me I'm wrong, but I would have thought Nissan Altima.
No, they don't go fast enough. They're like the BRZ problem.
They can only speed if it's in a school zone.
I have not been ticketed in my BRZ, by the way. So I'm not part of that 15%.
Ah, so you're
No.
part of the 85%.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have one remaining. Do you want to give it a couple guesses?
I'll try. How about a Corvette?
No. Think more hilly.
Hilly.
An
An F-150?
No
because
truck.
You could
It's a
see
car.
how I get there, because there's the more
Mhm.
of them to get a speeding ticket, right?
Nope. But this is a percentage as well.
Oh, true.
So that would be the
true.
percentage of F-150,
Of the-
which would be
yeah.
10 billion people.
Yes, the percent. It's greater than the population of Earth.
Yes.
Ooh, I was already wrong on two fronts. What country is it from?
I will give you this hint. They're coming in at 18.80%.
Almost
Nearly
19.
19% of drivers are ticketed.
What
in this
country is it from? Is it Japanese, German, American?
It is Japanese.
Ooh.
Think about rallying.
Oh, that did it.
That was the big giveaway.
Is it a Subaru?
It is a Subaru. It is a WRX. The WRX, almost 20% of WRX drivers are ticketed for speeding.
So, hold on. Because earlier it mentioned Subaru Impreza as well.
Mm-hmm.
Should those not just be combined?
I don't...
So,
I'm not sure.
in my eyes, I see them as essentially the same car.
Agreed.
That means it blows the rest of the entire thing out by such a huge margin.
Right.
Oof.
If you were to combine them. Well, it is a percentage thing, so if you average percentages, it wouldn't. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's just a
Yes.
lot of Subaru drivers again.
For some reason, Subaru drivers. The BRZ's on there, the Impreza's on there, and the
It's
WRX
because
is
they're all
on there.
hopped up on vape juice.
Wait, I'm not.
You're the exception.
All right.
Most of them are all hopped up on vape juice, so they got to drive around at 1,000 miles an hour everywhere they go.
I guess so.
I am surprised there's no Ultima and BMW on there.
I'm also a little
I
surprised.
really would have thought there'd be a BMW on there at least once.
I thought a Mustang,
Yeah.
you know?
Like, for me, I think, who are the biggest assholes that I see on the road? BMW drivers, Ultima drivers, and Kia drivers.
But being an aggressive driver doesn't mean you're speeding all the time.
True. But
They
they're more
usually
likely to speed.
correlate.
Yeah.
At least I feel like they normally do. But
True.
not necessarily.
True. Oh, I see the graphic now. Okay.
Yeah. So this is from Insurify, and I guess that their source is insurance analytics over 4 million applications for car insurances. The national average is at just under 10% at 9.5. So Subaru WRXs are doubling the national average for speeding.
Oof.
Yeah.
So there's only one American car on there and only one Japanese car or German car on there. The rest of them are all Asian.
The American being the GMC. And
The German being the Volkswagen.
Right. Yeah. You're
Hyundai,
right.
Korean. Subaru,
Right.
Japanese. Scion, Japanese.
Yep.
Subaru, Japanese. Mazda, Japanese. Kia, Korean. Hyundai, Korean. Subaru, Japanese.
Interesting.
So what does that tell us?
People with Japanese car speed. But
I think it tells us what we already know.
what's that?
That they drive like idiots.
I mean, would you say that BRZ and FRS drivers drive like idiots?
You know, you're
Would you
right,
say that
they
Volkswagen
don't.
GTI drivers drive like idiots?
Yes.
They're German, which
Yes,
little
they
different.
do drive like idiots.
really?
Yeah.
All right. I'll give you. I would not say WRX drivers drive like idiots.
Really?
I feel like half of them want to be rally drivers.
Which means they're going to go around everywhere flooring it.
But there's a difference from an idiot driver and someone who actually likes driving for the sport of driving. You go to a car show, and yes, there are people doing burnouts and donuts, and they're like showing off their car. But I would not say that they're being idiots about cars. I would say that those are the people who actually like cars and are probably very good drivers because they like cars. Idiots are the people who don't like cars and find driving to be a chore. They don't understand how to drive. If you put them into a sliding situation, there's no possible way they recover from it.
I see your point. I'm still just flabbergasted that there's no BMW on there.
Yeah. BMW's not on there, nor is Mustang or Corvette, or I could think of a lot.
You know what? This list tells us that if you have an actual sports car, you don't drive quickly.
Yeah. Right. Because if you're looking, yeah.
This list tells me that sports car drivers don't drive sporty on public roads. They keep it to the track.
It's either that or this Insurify, whoever put this study together, only is like a Northwestern company in the U.S., right? And they just have a bunch of WRX drivers that they insure.
Fair.
I'm sure there is a bias in this study somewhere. I don't know if it's a geographic bias. It's if a marketing bias, like they only market to certain Japanese brands or something like that.
True. All data can be manipulated.
Right. And I suspect that there's unknowingly data manipulation going on.
Probably.
But it's interesting to look at nonetheless.
I agree. Yeah. Korean drivers and Japanese drivers.
Not what I would have thought.
Korean, yes. Not Japanese, though.
Yeah. Not what I would have thought.
Interesting. So I like that. It's a good little topic there because I wasn't sure. And I know I would have not thought that was the list.
No, neither would I.
So, shall we move on?
Sure. Do you happen to see anything driving around as you were teaching people how to drive in Japanese or Korean cars?
I saw many Japanese and Korean car drivers, but I also saw some German car drivers.
Mm-hmm.
And I did see a car that tickled my fancy quite a lot.
Were they speeding?
No.
Okay.
It actually goes to my statement that the super sports car owners do not actually drive as quickly.
No, because I think they understand the car.
Yeah.
Or they just know where the cops are.
That too. Sure. I see where you're going. Sure.
If you spot the cop before they spot you, you don't get the ticket.
Unless you get laser.
There's that.
You're not beating laser.
No.
A radar detector works for radar, but not for laser.
Do you know how fast light goes?
You told me, and I don't know that number.
186,000 miles per second.
You're not beating that.
Second.
You're not beating that.
It's not per hour. It's per second.
Oh, my God.
It's ridiculous.
That's redonkulous, yes.
Yes.
So I did see something very interesting to me. I saw one of the kings of the ring. I saw a Porsche GT2RS.
Oh, boy.
In Guards Red with the optional Weissach package with the magnesium BBS wheels.
This is your dream car.
No.
Really?
Really.
Why?
It's up there. But it's not my number one.
Why?
It's turbo. It's not NA. I'd rather a naturally aspirated car.
This is the stupid fast one, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. This is the I will kill you car.
Oh, in a split second.
Okay.
If you blink, you are well dead, frankly. So I saw this Guards Red 992 or 991.2 GT2RS. And before I get into some specs, because it is worth just noting, I've got to say, this car carries such presence on the road. It is so menacing to see. It's very wide. Its grills just look like they're trying to hoover up so much air, because it is, right? It's just such a menacing looking thing to see on the road.
It's a race car, just tame enough for the road.
Barely, yeah.
Yeah.
It's when I saw it, it sticks out so much with the huge wing. It's wide, and it just is an angry looking thing.
The funny thing is, most people who are not into cars will look at that, and then they'll look at that next to a Boxer, a Cayman, and like a normal 911, not this, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, it's just a Porsche."
Do you think so? Or do you think all the wing and all the intakes, do you think that would not scare them to death a little bit?
I don't think so.
It's going to take my lunch money?
No, I think if they just look at the buggy looking headlights, they'd be like, "Oh, okay, it's just a bug." But I don't think that's a bad thing.
See
For
your point.
us, we look at this and go, "Oh yeah, that thing's a monster. It's an
Yeah.
absolute behemoth, and it would kill you in a second."
It's low, it's wide, it's just a big, angry ass looking thing. God. And then, so I had to go and quickly get some specs. So you do have a twin turbo, 3.8 liter flat six. It develops 690 horsepower with 553 of them going, or 553 torques going to the rear wheels only. So it is not all-wheel drive. So if you get onto that gas pedal a little too quickly in the apex of your corner, you are well leaving your wife a widow.
You spin.
Oh, very much
Quickly.
so. Yeah. It is a pretty wild car. It is actually, in terms of its weight, it is not as heavy as some may think. This car weighs 3,241 pounds.
Okay. I think it's probably about perfect weight for that car.
I think I think that's still pretty light.
It could be, but they're going for speed. So
It's just nuts. It's just
with
insane.
with that much tire, I don't think you need a ton more weight.
True.
So it doesn't matter. This
When it
car's
was
a monster.
new, it was worth almost $300,000 MSRP.
Really?
Yeah.
If you would have bought one new, would it appreciate or depreciate?
You know what? Let me quickly do a Google here.
Because this car is one of those that I feel like a lot of people probably bought. Am I right in that?
It would have appreciated.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Man,
Oh yes.
the Porsche market's so weird.
Oh yes. So,
It's so weird.
I just did a quick Google for a used GT2RS. $439,000, $399,000, $389,000, $439,000, 510.
So they're all north of what it originally MSRP'd.
Yes, and if you got the original GT2RS, the 997 GT2RS, some of those are worth, well, if you got the original, that's $760,000.
What? How? Goodness gracious.
760,000. Holy shit.
That's ridiculous.
That's bonkers.
Yeah.
I just stumbled upon a paint to sample version. Oh, I like that a lot.
Is this red not paint to sample?
No. Guards red is a standard color.
All right.
Yeah, Guards red standard color. But they did option the excellent magnesium wheels on that car,
Gotcha.
which are just amazing. So that was my spot of the week. Loved it to death.
That
Did
is
you
a good
happen
one.
to see anything interesting yourself?
I did.
What'd you see?
I have a pretty darn awesome original, the first gen NSX.
Oh, with the pop-up headlamps.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Which is always clean. And you can't go wrong with one of those.
God save the pop-up headlights.
Right. We saw a red one with the black wheels at the car show recently. That was sweet. But I think that this is the first gen one.
It is.
I don't know if it is they had like NA1 variants, and then I think they had NA2 variants as well.
It would be an NA1.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it was that.
I believe NA1 was still pop-up headlamps and the NA2 was not.
This was definitely pop-up, which is pretty sweet. It would be mid-engine, rear-wheel drive, a 3.2 liter VTEC
VTEC, bro.
V6, making 290 horsepower at 7,300 RPM, by the way.
Revs pretty quick.
Whew, that's up there for that horsepower. 224 pound-feet of torque at 5,000 RPM. Pretty good torque numbers.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the heaviest car. Somewhere between 2,800 to 3,000 pounds.
Pretty light.
Probably 3,000 with the person in it. 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds. Top speed of 168.
So let's talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
0 to 60 in how many seconds?
4.8.
That's quick.
It is.
But when you compare that to the 0 to 60 of most modern sports cars,
It's slow.
it's very slow.
It's very slow.
Yeah. Like, it's crazy now because if you think about the 0 to 60 times of most modern sports cars, if you're even more than 4 seconds,
Yeah.
you're a slouch.
You're
it seems
sub 4.
like. Yeah.
You got to be mid 3s. is ideal. Low threes is crazy, and that's pretty much where they lie at the moment. I will say the MSRP in 1991 of the first NSX that you could have got, $62,000.
What is that worth now?
That was the question I was going to pose to you.
$62,000 in how much?
91. Yeah. So I bet you that these cars today, if kept very well, would probably be bringing in a lot of money.
So, according to a quick Google, $62,000 worth of 1991's money. Take a guess. How much do you think it's worth?
$62,000.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just for inflation. Yeah.
What's it worth now? Almost over 30 years.
$100K.
135.
Oh, it's more. Oh boy. Really?
Yeesh.
Wow.
So, in terms of ROI, if you bought one and you sold it now for 140, you're actually making out. Are they going for that much money?
That's what I'm about to look up.
I don't think so.
I don't think that they are.
I think they're going for maybe
No.
$100,000. Maybe.
They're going under. Yeah, they're going anywhere between 100 to 150, depending on mileage and wear and whatnot. So they basically hold their value over time. They haven't appreciated.
Yeah.
They haven't depreciated a lot. But you don't buy this car to sell this car. You
No,
buy this car to drive this truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you drive it. It's manual. It's what Senna drove. It's the fantastic sports car. Your butt is one with this car.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was designed to be,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what it does.
I agree. Would you say an NSX, like a first-gen NSX, is like top 5 favorite cars for you?
Yes.
Is it one of your obtainable dream cars?
Yeah, I think it would be.
So
Yeah.
like of your list of like obtainable dream cars of not your Paganis and Koenigsegg's, but
No.
your realistic, if you work hard enough, obtainable dream cars, would an NSX be on the list for you?
I think so. Yeah. I think it would be. I think it'd be alongside like a 430 Scuderia, something like that, right? Those are.
That's a different classic car.
I know. NSX definitely on the list.
Okay.
And
I
you?
could see you driving an NSX.
Would you?
It's not on my top 5.
No?
I appreciate the hell out of it. I really do. I love them to death. But it's not up there for me.
Is it not German enough?
Well, that's part of it. It's just not. I don't know.
Let me guess. Your list is Porsche, GTI, other things.
There's a few things in there. Yeah, it's mostly Porsches with an Audi, a Mercedes, and a BMW thrown in there.
Okay. All German.
Yes. Maybe a Ferrari if I get lucky.
That's kind of where I'm at with the. I think I would go more down the Asian market and then the.
That's what I could. I could peg you for when you do very successful. When the YouTube channel takes off.
Oh.
I could see you getting an NSX.
Mm-hmm. Alongside my Tesla Roadster.
I actually could see that as a 2-car solution for you.
Oh yeah.
Like genuinely, I could see you getting a first-gen NSX and a Tesla.
I would never drive the Roadster because it would never go anywhere and it'd die. But that's fine.
Not a Roadster, but I could see you getting like a Tesla Model Y and an NSX first-gen.
That would be a perfect BRZ replacement.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I bet you could probably find a used one for like with miles, an actual driver, not like a blue chip, probably well under $100,000.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I saw some online that were like $50,000. So you could. They would be an attainable NSX. Would I really want one that bad? Don't think so.
I think you would.
Yeah?
I honestly think that you're shortchanging yourself here. I think that you don't want to admit how much you want an NSX because it's so you. It's not. It's not fast.
No.
It's not slow, but it's not fast. It's analog to satisfy your analog craving. It's gonna handle brilliantly, and it's gonna have Senna ties. if Derek was a supercar, he would be in a first-gen NSX.
You're not wrong. The more I think about it, the more this is the BRZ of the old time.
This is your next BRZ replacement.
It might be.
Like, I genuinely think in 5 years, you're going to have one in your garage.
I could see it. I could see it.
It's Derek in a car.
Yep.
I'm just saying. You're welcome.
I don't know if I would like not having the modern amenities, though.
This, again, 2-car solution.
Yeah.
You're going to have a Tesla because you're Derek.
Mm-hmm.
But I think after you get your Tesla, you're going to say, wow, I'm bored of this.
And your version of this would be an air-cooled 911 of some sort?
You're goddamn right.
Yeah. All right. That checks out.
I think I just planned your whole life for you.
You might have. All right. Let's wrap this up. Do you have, and I wish they would have.
Sure. So I wish that the county and the state, when they're paving roads, would intentionally pave some little side areas specifically for fun.
What do you mean by fun?
I don't know, burnouts and 0 to 60 poles.
Oh, yeah.
And
Okay. The county would pave that.
of course.
Here, hooligans, go over here and do your thing.
You know, don't knock it because what is it? Seattle that did the here's your safe needles for
God.
Okay. So, you know what? Hey. If they can get safe needles, I can get a safe burnout pad.
It's called a racetrack. It's called
Well,
a
that's
skid
too
pad.
much work. I just want it down a side street next to my neighborhood.
I mean, it exists.
But
Are
not
you-
legally.
No, are you allowed to do it? No.
I
Should
wish
you do
there
it?
would
No.
be just like a little allowance of if your car is over 200 horsepower, you must be this tall to ride the ride. If you have 200 plus horsepower, you're allowed 10 minutes of tomfoolery per day.
You either need to go to the middle of nowhere,
Well,
somewhere
yes,
out in Arizona or
but it's
Wyoming,
still not legal.
or you buy a couple acres of land and hire a company to pave you a road.
Yes.
But
Yeah,
there's,
I will do that at some point in my life.
the county would never do it.
Well,
There's
the
no
county
way.
sucks.
Sort of. They do a pretty good job at traffic management around us.
I just
But-
wish that the Department of Transportation would just say, you have this little, I don't know, lot, this 1 acre lot of pavement to just do whatever the hell you want. There's no rules. Enjoy it.
It's called the Freedom Factory. It's 20 minutes that way. Cletus owns it. You can just ask him. We're on YouTube. He'll let you do whatever you want. It's
Is that
fine.
how that goes?
Pretty much, yes.
Okay. Okay. So that's my wish about it. Do you have one?
I do.
Oh.
We put up some festival stuff in the house.
A
Christmas
Festivus for the rest
tree.
of us.
Yes, the holiday spirit. And I was thinking, why don't cars have more holiday spirit?
I saw a car with a Rudolph nose and antlers today.
Now we're talking. Why don't they put Christmas lights on the car, wrap them? I know that at the drag strip every year around the holiday time, they do a drag race where they strap down Christmas trees to the top of the car. You have to have lights working on the tree, and you drag race the tree down the track. It's awesome.
It is awesome. I'll give it that.
Not many vehicles do many holiday festivities. I don't know why more don't.
Are you going to wrap your BRZ in Christmas lights?
It'd be fantastic.
Are you gonna?
Probably not. But I'm tempted to now. That'd be awesome.
Oh, the 911 Dakar we talked about a couple episodes ago. Wrap the roof rack in Christmas
Sure.
lights.
And then you know what? Put a chair on the roof and drive someone around real slow around the neighborhood and have them be Santa on the top. It'd be awesome. We need more Christmas festivities in the car world. I wish that either manufacturers or somebody did something, because nobody does.
You wish manufacturers would install Christmas lights in your car.
How many people would buy that car for that reason alone?
Not me.
No, but I asked you how many people. This is not for you.
8.
You are the Grinch. You are the grudge. You're like, if it's EV, I'm out of here.
Well, yeah.
In EV, you just plug the Christmas lights in. It's
Oh
fine.
my God.
Anybody. There would be so many people that would buy cars with Christmas lights in.
Derek.
Just saying. You're welcome, marketing teams. You're welcome.
Oh, goodness. Is that all you got?
That's all I got.
All right, it's going to wrap us up then. Episode 142. Thanks so much for watching and listening. If you're watching on YouTube, please leave a thumbs up and drop a comment on the video. Let us know what you wish they would have in the car world. Don't forget, hit subscribe while you're there. And as a reminder, we are on social, and I know you are too. Facebook is We Are Auto. YouTube is We Are Auto. Instagram is weareauto_, and our website is weareauto.io, where now that most race seasons are ended, if you want to catch some of the best past action, past few years, check it out, weareauto.io. Thanks so much. Catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.